All right, here we go. Hello. I am hanging out in my car in a Costco parking lot before I head home to squeeze my babies because I've been on a girls trip. I was actually on a content creator retreat for a couple of days, although it felt like a whole week. It was like the most rejuvenating thing. And I know I've needed to do this video for quite some time. And I want to explain why I haven't, because I grew with a network marketing company. It's the only network marketing company that I had been with until now. And I grew with them for 8 years. After 6 years, made it to the top of the compensation plan. Within my 7th year, I was a part of a core team of all of North America. And I learned so much. I'm so grateful for that experience. Although I'm very grateful that I have shifted the way that I am working. And I've been scared to come and share in this space and especially publicly like this, because I want everything to be entirely different than what I did, because I didn't realize how MLM vibey I was. I didn't realize how cringe that I was, and I didn't realize the things that I was being taught to do and how I was being taught to do them. I did not realize how it looked until I stepped out of it. And now I look back at my content and I am embarrassed. There's so many things that I want to delete. There's so many spaces that I don't show up in anymore because I look at it and I'm shocked that it worked, to be honest with you. But I'm just mortified by just how it was. So about a year, it was July of last year, is when I had learned about automation and how you can utilize automation and different things like that. And so I was still partnered with this company, and I felt like that was going to change things for me, because I did build to the top of the compensation plan, but I also had 2 children in that time. So I have a 7-year-old now and I have a 4-year-old. And the time that I sacrificed in order to create the income that I did in that space, I can't go back and get any of that time back. And because I've resigned from that company, I have absolutely nothing to show for that. I fully sent in a letter. If you want to see it, you can reach out to me. I sent in a letter. It was 3 weeks in, not even, it was 2.5 weeks into May. And I fully walked away from everything. I walked away from thousands of team members and thousands of customers and an income. But I did that because I was so unhappy. I was unhappy with the environment I was in. I was unhappy with who I was due to the environment that I was in. But more than anything, I was not the best mom. I was not the best mom, and I was not the best wife. I was so burnt out. In order for me to get to the top of the compensation plan, I remember I sat in my bedroom for 4 months and I worked 12 hours a day for 4 months. I remember my team, even this weekend, some of them have walked away and shifted and done different things as well. And they were like, I remember when you just sat on Zoom all day. We'd get on Zoom and you were still there. You didn't move. I missed hair appointments. I missed nail appointments because I forgot, because I was working so much. My head was just down in my phone. It was on my computer. And so when I realized that automation become a thing, I was like, okay, this is it. I could totally stay where I'm at, stay with the company I'm in, and this will change everything. And that is a whole nother story. And yes, that's a whole nother story that I'm not going to get into, because again, the past is perfect. Everything happens for us. I'm grateful for the experience of where I was. But again, I'm so happy and so grateful that I made a shift. So I started looking around at different things that I could be doing. I noticed that our paychecks were decreasing where we were, for a multitude of reasons. Okay. And again, I'm not going to get into those things. If you want to private message me, you can. You won't ever hear me say anything negative about the company, and you'll never hear me say anything negative about the people. Because again, I do truly believe that everybody is doing their best with the resources that they have been given and that they believe they have in the moment. And that I am 100% responsible for my outcome as well, which all of this stuff is stuff that I learned there. What I'm grateful for, because I wouldn't be the person I am today without it. So my whole plan was to step completely away from network marketing. I was done. I was like, I'm burnt out. I don't like who I am. I don't like what's going on. I don't like where the income's at. Like, I'm just going to go back to therapy. And I'm licensed. Like, I'm just going to go back to therapy. So I actually I'm outing myself. I started seeing clients again as a therapist in March. And I had to offset the difference in, our pay decrease from where we were. So I started doing that, and I really didn't do I was like really not doing a ton in that company that I was with anyways. Like I felt like I kept thinking, I bought into, and I feel like a lot of people in the network marketing space, they buy into, you just put in the time and you put in the time and you put in the time and it will pay off. And I did put in the time, and I did get to the top of the compensation plan, and it did pay off for a very short amount of time. And I ultimately believe it's because of how I was doing the business. It was very like, if I could just give everyone everything, if I could just create all the content for everyone, if I could just do all the trainings for everyone, if I could do all the calls and all the motivation and everything, then we'll make it. And we did. But the moment that I took my foot off the gas, which that was what I bought into, the moment I took my foot off the gas, nothing happened. And I was like, wait, but this is what I bought into for 8 years. This is where I built for 8 years. Again, grateful for the experience. I will never say anything negative about it. So I started doing therapy. I was still hanging on. I was like, things will be different. They'll get better. It'll be better. It'll get different. People change. You know, some people just need to learn different things, all of that. And it didn't change. And finally, I wasn't sleeping. I had such bad anxiety. I didn't like the circle of influence that I was in. And I just told Tyler that I was done. I was like, I'm done. Like, I'm getting out. I'm done. And at that point, I had kind of started to look into a couple of different things. As you know, I'm huge on research. I've been researching the industry. I've researched well over 50 companies, top to bottom. Almost all of them are in Utah anyways. So it's not hard to like get connected with them and learn all about their products and their comp plan and whatever. And I actually did end up partnering somewhere else. So I resigned from that company mid-May and partnered with another company. So I've actually been partnered with another company for September 19th will be 4 months. And I did not do that lightly. Like, did all of the research, had all of the calls, had all of the meetings, like did all of that. And I'm very grateful to be where I am now because there is no MLM vibe. So it is true, authentic content creation. So who would this be for? So IWY is the acronym of, I guess you could say, our team, but we refuse to use the name. We refuse to use the word team because we're so like just mortified by the MLM vibe. And so that might just seem silly for now. And I'm sure that maybe that will change in the future. But the way that we have prefaced this is we're like, it's IWY. It stands for it's within you, meaning you have it within yourself to become whatever it is that you want to be. And it is a group of content creators utilizing a telehealth network marketing platform. So we are professional pointers. That is what we do. We use the product, which it works. If you've seen my page, you know it works. So we use the product and we share a link. That's it. We don't do reach outs. We don't do calls. We don't DM, cold message, ask people to post for us. We don't do anything like that. We literally do nothing. We don't even do follow-up. Okay. And I work less than 1 hour a day. I still do therapy. I do therapy about 30 hours a week. And the rest of the time, I'm a mom. I'm a neighbor now. I like talk to people. I have a life. I go on walks. I date my husband, which my husband, Tyler's lost 52 pounds. I've lost 38 pounds. What else do we do? I don't know. We homeschool the kids together. Like we just are living life instead of, I used to tell Ty, like, it's going to pay off, babe. Like, it's going to pay off. I know I'm working long hours, but it's going to pay off. And I think a lot of people get into this industry and they buy into the same thing. And so am I saying like MLMs are bad? No. Am I with an MLM now? Yes, but it's just not the same. There's no way. Like anyone that has reached out and chosen to become an affiliate as well, again, just to share a link. That's it. That's all you do. And it's rolling commissions. So it's not, you never restart the month, which is incredible. It's 40% commission. And then if you choose to like build a team past that, then of course it's insane and it's deep. It's a deep comp plan. Like the company I was with, they did have an amazing comp plan as well, but this is like next level. And I know everyone says that, but once you're in it, you'll understand. So yeah, so that is what IWY is. Who would it be for? It would be for people who want to have a weight loss journey or want to have a longevity journey, like a health journey. It would be for people that are already on a peptide journey, that maybe are on a different peptide and you want to switch to a more effective peptide as well. Anyone that has a peptide story, that wants to just have a link to share. Anybody asks you what you did, great. You don't even have to be on social media. Share the link, make 40%. That's great too. Let's see what else. Who would it not be for? It wouldn't be for anybody that wouldn't be willing to share that they have a peptide journey, because there's a lot of people out there that there's a lot of top leaders in companies that look amazing and have come to me and told me it's because of their journey, but they're too scared to tell anybody. But then they're saying things about the products that they're selling, but that's not why they look the way that they do. So you have to be willing to talk about it. I've only had like 4 people ever be negative. So if that's what you're worried about, just know the majority of people that you already know are on a journey. They're just not telling anybody about it. Yeah. So there's no MLM vibe. There's no calls in less than an hour a day. I make 1 reel every day. I educate people. I'm very diversified. So I don't just share my journey. I share things I buy at Walmart, things I find online. I bring in some of my therapy and give people tips on mindset and stuff. And that's like my biggest thing. And I think I've just been scared to share because, number one, I'm not saying that network marketing and MLMs are bad. I'm just saying that I did not like the way that I was doing it. And I did not like the way, but that's been for a long time. That's why I thought like automation would fix everything. And I do still use a lot of automation. If you follow me on Instagram, you're going to see like it's so many of my posts, they're all automated posts and they're all, well, I've made them, but like they schedule and go out, and then all of my responses are automated so that, because everyone gets the exact same information. So you might as well automate that. And, like emails are great to utilize. There's just lots of different things. We're being trained though by top creators in the spaces of Instagram and TikTok. TikTok's new for me, but I'm learning. It's fun. I bought something on TikTok shop the other day. It was really exciting. So yeah, that's what I'm up to. That's what I'm doing. If you join my close friends, stories in Instagram, you could go in there anytime in Instagram and just direct message me and say, hey, will you add me to your close friends stories? Because I share like nitty gritty commission details and like, anytime I ever had, cause I was a top leader in another company. I had a lot of people reach out to me from other companies saying, I made this much money and blah, blah, blah. And I was always big on like, show me your checks, like show me the paychecks with your name on them. And most of the time they wouldn't send me anything. So of course I'm going to continue to be open and continue to share. I have nothing to hide. Am I making what I used to? Not yet. Will I? For sure. It's a different kind of grow. Because it's a rolling commission and because it is a very different product. And we're just on the forefront of this. Like, so if you've ever heard the term, the early adopters, like that's where we're at with this now. And the more and more celebrities that start talking about it, the more and more research that continues to come out about it. I think that people will look at this. They'll look at the world of peptides and injections, and it's very, the way I look at it is very similar to like mental health. 20 years ago, mental health was a bad thing. Like if you went to a therapist, something was wrong with you. And now it's like, oh, you should go talk to a therapist. My therapist is so amazing. People have no problem telling people that they go to a therapist, and it's looked at as such an amazing, great thing. It's the exact same thing with this, that it's all stigma until it's not. So I will be one of those first people to like put their foot on the ground. I'm super grateful that I am. One, because it's changed my life. I mean, I'm different. I'm a different person mentally, and I'm a different person physically. And it's just wild how much that has changed, like how much weight loss has changed me in such a good way. That it's not about the scale. I don't even actually know what I weigh, which go to my YouTube and you can watch all my videos where I explain why I don't know my weight, my background with disordered eating and all of that. But it's just like how I'm showing up as a mom, how I'm showing up for myself, how I view myself. presentness. I don't even know. Like, there's no more brain fog. Like, I don't know. Like, I just like, I feel good. I got abs again, and I'm literally walking, and I have a walking vest, and I just walk a couple days a week, and I still get to enjoy the foods that I love, and I get enough water, so I get cute hydro jugs, and I get enough protein, and yeah. So if it's something that you see the vision for, and you're willing to become a content creator, anyone can. I don't have a huge following. When I actually left that company, I lost 600 followers on Instagram. And I knew that was going to happen. And that's okay, because I knew that people would be weary. I knew there would be talk. I knew that, there'd be fear. And I was okay with that, because it's something that I've done so much research about, and I understand, and I see the vision for. And it's those people that end up doing really well. Not only just like how I feel and how I look, but in financial capacity too. So anyways, comment below affiliate, and you'll be automatically sent information. and then, you know, once you get once you get all set up, and it's a one-time payment of $79, and then it's $5 a month for your website, is it? And that money goes to different events they do for us, like, and all of that kind of stuff. They're very good. They're very bougie, all the things for us, which is so great. And after that, you just message me and let me know that you signed up, and you'll get another automation, so you don't have to worry about messaging me in the middle of the night. And then it'll send you our website to get a couple of all your links set up. You'll be ready to go in no time. And from there, it's just create a reel a day. Be willing to just show up. Don't use filters. Just be yourself. And just know, like, you got a great community of other content creators behind you with no MLM vibe and no push and no pressure. And you'll grow as you're meant to, based on what you're willing to, put into it is what you'll get out of it, for sure. But the more that I would say it's not time, though. It's not time related in that sense. It's more so vulnerability of this, because it is different. You're not selling skincare. You're actually not selling anything, but you're sharing a vulnerable story, which is weight loss. And that's not an easy one. So anyways, okay. Love you. Bye.